everybody.
Hi.
We're here in our friend's house today, doing interview with them. And tell us, what are your names?
My name is Josie,
And Josie, how old are you?
24.
And I'm Nelson, and I'm 48.
And you are married, right?
We are married, yes.
We are
Okay.
married.
And what cities are you from?
I'm from Kitchener, Ontario, here in Canada.
So you're born and raised and lived all your life in Kitchener, right?
Basically, yeah, I've lived a few years in Europe. I'm Portuguese background, but I was born and live in Canada.
And what about you, Josie?
I am from Philippines.
What city?
In Mindanao Island, from Zamboanga, Sibugay.
Zamboanga.
Yeah.
So that's south part of Mindanao. Is it a dangerous area?
Yeah, it is.
But Nelson was not afraid to go there.
I was a little bit, but
But you still did it.
but I still went. I had to get married to my wife, so I went there and I took the chance, and well worth it.
Wow.
And Nelson, is it your first marriage?
Yes, I've never been married. My first
And
marriage.
You don't have any kids either.
No kids either.
And
No.
you too.
The same, yeah.
Okay. And how did you meet each other?
We met online.
What do you mind if we ask what website is that? Do you still remember that?
It wasn't really a website. We met through friends. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Common
And-
friend?
A common friend. Her friend was dating a friend that I know from the Netherlands.
See.
And before you met, have you been in Philippines?
No, I haven't. No, I was never been. I didn't even know much about the country until I met Josie.
What makes you decide to marry Filipina or give it a try to a Filipina?
Oh, she was nice and beautiful. And then when I seen her for the first time, I just fell in love, and that was it.
So how long do you know each other? How many years?
I met her in 2014, beginning of 2014, so January, February 2014.
So it's 5 years now.
It's going to be 5 years. Yeah, it's now around now in 5 years already.
How
Yeah,
old are you at the time?
19 or 20?
19 or 20. Yeah.
Okay. And how long after you met online, how long did it take you to actually meet in person?
So I probably met her in January, and then I went down there in September.
Oh,
So that's
you were
about-
chatting for like 8 months?
Yeah, that's
Kinda.
10 months, right? January to September is 10 months. So about 10 months.
Well, it's like 9 to 8.
Yeah, around there.
Uh-huh.
So I went down in September, and I met her for what, two weeks. Went down there for a 2-week visit.
Oh, so it's a very short visit, just...
Yeah, it was a short visit. Yeah, I wasn't sure of the circumstances and if we would actually even like each other in person. So then I went down and I met her, and everything worked out. It was basically love at first sight, right?
And after you met the first time, how long after that did you get married?
So it was from September 2014,
14,
and then we got married in
July 2015.
2015.
Oh, okay. But you haven't stayed there all the time. You went back to
No,
Canada.
Yeah.
no, I came back to Canada.
Okay, pa.
I was there for 2 weeks, and then when we went to get married, I was there for another 5 weeks.
So you went again next year for 5 weeks and
Yeah,
then you got married.
like September to July, so that was another 6 months, 8 months, 8 months, and then I went down to get married.
And Josie, tell us about your family.
Back in...
Yeah, like who do you have in Philippines? Mom, siblings?
Yeah, all my family, my parents, my siblings, they're all there.
How many brothers and sisters do you have?
I have 3 brothers and 3 sisters. So we are 7.
Okay. And what did you do in Philippines?
Schooling.
So you were studying.
Yeah.
And why do you like foreigners more than Filipino men?
I'm not really kind of foreigners, but when I saw him, I met him, I fell in love with him, so
So you didn't look specifically for foreigners?
no,
Just happened, yeah.
it just happened.
And do you have any friends or relatives that are also married to foreigners?
No relatives, but I have friends.
Are they mostly happy or not?
I don't know, because some girls are crazy, so I'm not gonna say something about that. So,
We have some that are still together that are friends, and some of them that just break up recently, actually.
yeah.
But not many foreigners go to your city, right?
No, because it's dangerous.
Yeah, because there are many Muslims around there. But some areas are Christian, some areas are Muslim, so it's mixed, right?
Mixed.
Yeah.
But yeah, because my wife is also from the same kind of city, and not many foreigners go there. And did you have any doubts about moving with your husband to Canada?
No, not really.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
No doubts, that good.
No.
But you know that it's so cold. Did you know that it's
I
so
like cold, so I'm even excited to come
She
here.
thought she liked cold. Now that she actually feels a January in Canada, she's not liking it so much.
Not much.
But we keep the house nice and warm.
So what if your husband were from Russia where it's much more colder? Would you still move there?
Of course, I love him, so I'll go wherever.
Anywhere?
Yeah.
Okay. So how long did it take you to move to Canada, the immigration process?
Took a long time.
You can answer.
A year.
No, it took more than that. I mean, we got married in 2015. Took me about 6 months to get everything ready, right?
So almost 3 years.
So 2000, let's say 2016 to 2018, we got it. So about 2 years, 2.5 years, maybe two.
I think it's like 3 years.
Oh, yeah, almost 3 years, but it took me about 6 months to get the application ready and stuff, and all my paperwork ready. So by the time I applied, it took 2.5 years immigration, but 3 years since we've been married.
But so since you applied, it took you about 2.5 years.
2.5 years, yeah,
Okay.
since we applied.
That's pretty long because for us it's been about 1 year.
Yeah, because they changed the process lately, and they've reduced it to a year minimum now. But when I applied at the beginning, and I had a few issues as well because I wasn't really working at the time.
Oh yeah. You need
So
to get a job.
I have to
Wait.
you have to be able to. It's not called sponsor; it's called support or.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to have a job no matter what.
Yeah, no matter what. And like I
As
was
long
telling
as
you
you're
before,
full-time, yeah.
what I was doing before with my
Yeah.
friend there, I wasn't really employed at that time, right?
Yeah.
So I had to wait for at least 6 to 8 months before I could get all my paperwork set and proper. And then I got accepted to be a sponsor, right?
But also, even before you got the immigration, Josie, you were coming to Canada as a visitor on a tourist visa, right?
Oh, yeah, we applied for that.
Yeah, just recently, actually, just in 2015. Before that, they wouldn't give it to us.
So you tried
Because
to
we
apply
are
for
not
tourist visa
married.
first, but at first they denied.
Yes,
right?
first they denied us. First they said she has no reason to go back to the Philippines. We're afraid she's going to stay in Canada.
And we are not married yet.
And we weren't married yet. But after we got married and then we waited a little while, I didn't even know that I could apply for 2 visas at once because I was applying for the permanent resident. And then they said, oh, you can apply for temporary as well. I said, oh, I didn't know that. So we applied for the temporary. And I thought, okay, we've been married for a year already. So it still took like, how long did it take? Probably 5 months to get the temporary visa with the application and everything. By the time they sent the
5
papers,
months.
how long did it take? Less?
1 month.
Only 1 month?
2 weeks to apply, to process, and there.
Oh, was that fast? Okay, yeah. So it was about a month, and then they gave us the second time around. They gave it to us, and they gave it to us for about a year and a half validity.
So to get the tourist visa is not too difficult, or is it difficult?
It is because they denied us first, right?
But if you're married, then
If you're married, it should be easy, as long as you can prove that it's a legitimate marriage. I think they still want you to prove that it's a real marriage, right? Because that's the whole thing with Canada. They're afraid that it's paid or illegal, or you know what I mean. And then you can prove it's legitimate. You write an invitation letter. You got it signed and stuff by your authority, and it's pretty easy after that.
yeah, that's the important information for many guys because they think it's very difficult to get wife, but see, you can apply at the same time for sponsorship and for tourist visa. Yeah.
You can do them both. Yeah, I didn't know at first that you could have 2 applications, but you can have for a permanent resident, and then while you're waiting, you can have your wife visit you.
Yeah, we didn't do it. I was staying in Philippines with my
Yeah,
wife,
you went for
yeah.
months there.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I
Yeah,
couldn't
I've
do
been
it.
staying there the whole year.
I couldn't do that, so I had to come back, and we were Skyping every day for 2 years, so which was very difficult.
And did you do all your documents for immigration yourself, or have you used any immigration consultant?
I used a consultant initially to help me with the initial application, make sure that it was all proper. And it was expensive, so I just did that. They wanted to do more with me, but I said no, and then I ended up doing the rest of myself.
Yeah, well, you can do it yourself.
You can do it yourself, yes. Yeah. It is a lot of work, but it's easy to do it yourself. Once you get to know what you're doing, because after they helped me initially, then I didn't need them anymore.
Yeah.
Then you can do it yourself, and all the rest of the process is pretty easy, straightforward.
Yeah, I did my whole application myself.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You saved money.
Yeah, because it's gonna cost you like $4,000 or $5,000, $6,000.
Yeah, I paid $1,500 for the initial, and then they wanted another $3,500 for the rest, and I said,
so it's $5,000 in total.
Yeah, well, $5,000. That's Canadian. Yeah, it's a lot of money. I mean, I just said no, I'll do it myself.
Okay, and what do you appreciate most in women, Nelson?
What do I appreciate most in a woman? Kindness, understanding, family values. And that's why I like Josie, because she has all that. I think all the Filipino women tend to have that. They have the family value, because Philippines all brought up with family. And they're kind, and they're warm, and they're loving.
So that's the main difference between Filipina and the American woman?
Yeah, American woman is more, it's true, they're more about themselves. They're more about how they look and what they have, and not really a family. They've gone away from the family values.
So would you advise the other guys to go to Philippines to find a wife there?
Yeah, I would actually. I told a few of my friends that if you don't have success here, I mean, the best way to go is go to Philippines and find a nice girl there, because there's lots of them, and they're mostly all friendly and nice.
And then also many people, especially women, they say that if you marry a Filipino, you need to pay like a big ransom to her family, something like that.
No,
so did you pay any ransom?
No, nothing. I went there, I asked her father for permission, basically, just to be nice, because we had basically agreed to get married already.
Yeah, because many people have this wrong opinion that if you do marry a Filipino, you need to pay her family lots of money.
Buy him a baboy or two baboy, which is pigs in Filipino language. No, you don't have to do nothing. Like, you talk to their father just to be nice. I mean, and polite. You ask them for permission, and they're usually glad and happy that their daughter will be well in life.
So guys, it's not true. If you marry a Filipina, you don't need to pay anything to her family. I don't know who is making these rumors. It's so not true. And Josie, are you obligated to give any money to your family, say if you work or?
I don't have to, but I want to.
Yeah.
So who are you gonna help? Your parents, or are you gonna help, say, your uncle, or just only
My
your
parents.
So you're only obligated to your parents. Okay. And do you miss your parents and family in the Philippines?
Yeah.
So what do? You talk to them every day, or?
Not really every day, but I always talk to my sisters, and
Whenever you can, right?
well, yeah, whenever I can, and whenever they can contact me.
It's very easy now, because you have so many ways to contact somebody now, right? Just
LinkedIn.
Messenger, Skype, message, and it's
now it's free.
Yeah, it's free. Yeah, even for them there, she sends them a little bit of money. They can get load on their phone, and she misses her niece the most.
Oh
right?
yeah, my niece. Oh.
Her oldest brother.
Daughter.
And Josie, do you cook your husband's favorite food?
What is your favorite food?
You don't even
I don't even know what his favorite food, but I cook.
So who cook in the house? Mostly.
We share the cooking, but I think now lately, because I'm back to work, she does most of the cooking now.
Because you're mostly at work 5 days a week. Yeah?
Now I work 4 days a week, and it's like 11 hours every day, basically. So now I don't do much cooking. She does most of it, but I help whenever I can. And on the weekends.
You don't have to. It's my job.
It's your job.